What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my Mono White Heroic list, my first deck tech for Season 22. But this list is not like a new list. It's a pretty standard old list. There's some newcomers that make this list actually really good, but there's a lot of different reasons. One, there's just some, like I said, there's some new cards coming in. That's great. Two, it's early in the season, so honestly, you if you want to like succeed early, I think just having a really solid aggro list is really good. If you want to just like crush a bunch of leagues or maybe just like kind of get an early victory on tournaments. Right now, at this recording, the first two tournaments have been won by aggro decks. One being Stompy, two being Mono Red. And honestly, this deck can beat both of those. So we're just gonna run through the list real quick. First, we're going with lands 16 only, but actually really 19 with some other cards. Ancient Dent's new card here in season 22. It's only really here because of all that glitters, which counts as artifacts as well. So it seems to be like a little bit of like incidental, um, sort of like pump. So it's fine. No one's really gonna play something like Buy Force against you or anything like that. So this is fine. Of course, you only really need like 16 untapped sources, honestly. There's extra lands here in Shatiri's Shelter, which we'll get to in a minute. For next to creatures, favorite Hoplite, Lagana Band Trailblazer, definitely the two best one drops. This is the best one drop. You want most of your games to start with a one drop if you can help it. So I think like you just have to have one of these really. Unless your hand's like super strong with the other card, Hero of Iroas, which gets the nod over a couple other things. There are other good one drops. There's that one guy that's like Ward 1, shot playing at arms or something like that. And I've seen like Monk of the Open Hand, which I don't really like. Monk requires you to just chain a bunch of spells all the time, and eventually you'll just run out of things to do. That's just the truth. Um, the other card I was playing with is Phalanx Leader, which is fine, but I like Hero because I'm adding a couple of bigger auras, so just having the reduction cost is really nice. So that's why I'm going with Hero. And the last creature here, Heliod's Pilgrim. I was messing with things like Open the Armory, which also does kind of the same thing, which is find an aura. But at least with Heliod's Pilgrim, you can it is a creature that does something else. So value, a little bit of value. Especially it's great if you just don't have anything else because like an open armory really can't find a creature as well. Unless you play like things with a living weapon. So at least with the Helios program, if you're like really desperate, you can put stuff on the pilgrim itself. One drop auras, which is kind of the meat of everything. This deck is basically like one part creature, one part pants, one part protection. That's kind of just like how heroic decks go. But Ethereal Armor is pretty much the best, one of the best auras here. This has been in the format for a couple of seasons now, and it's really made its impact. It's made the heroic deck now very sorcery speed. So, but it's just worth it. This gets so big so fast. Hyena numbers another really great aura, really good against wrath effects, mostly with the totem armor. But first strike, nothing to scoff at. Both of these things just do multiple things with first strikes, pretty great. Single Griff Spoon, you really only need like one because I have other like evasion things, the two slot, but Griff Spoon's pretty great. It is cheap. So, and it comes back from your graveyard when you have a bunch of mana available. All that glitters is basically just another ethereal armor, but you just want multiple these effects. You don't want your creatures to be bigger than your opponents and just kind of ride them out. Daybreak Coronet, a new card here in season 22. Let's just race so many things really quickly. You have a ton of auras already, so I think like 20 is about enough. About 20 is about the right number. So it's probably it's probably art that more Grip Spoon, so Grip Spoon Daybreak, but I think we're fine here. Like Daybreak is just so good against like things like Mono Red, just any like aggro matchup in general. If they can't deal with your creature in any way, the Daybreak Quartet is just gonna like run away with a lot of games. It's super good. Last card here, Spirit Mantle. Again, it's another sort of evasion card. I think I like it better than Griff Spoon. I could see a split here, but honestly, if they have flyers, like there's a ton of like smugglers, copters around, so Spirit Mantle just gets around all of that. The direction of creatures is pretty strong. That's why I'm going with the 3-1 split. Last but not least, protection spells. My choice protection spells, I really want to protect permanence because one random blowout you can kind of have against certain decks is that if you have just a single aura with Daybreak Coronet, if they kill that single aura and you cast your Daybreak Coronet, it doesn't work. So I want to protect permanence. So Blacksmith Skill and Faith Shield kind of do the same thing. Not really. Blacksmith Skill gives Hexproof and Indestructible, which is great against like Wrath effects, like Day of Judgment and whatnot. So if you have like no Hyena Umbras, you can just protect your creature against a Wrath. It's kind of nice. Face Shield, again, just protects permanents from... This one gives protection from a color, so this is also kind of a kill condition too, when you can push through. Faithful Hour I've never used ever, but it might be useful one day. And then Shajiri Shelter is kind of like the extra land slash spell. Like I said, you only really need like 3 to 4 lands to get going, so any other land, extra land you draw is really bad. So I've seen some people play like cycling lands, but I like Shajiri Shelter a lot. It helps them with the slow hands. If you have like this, a plains, and maybe like hero, you can just lead with this. It's not a big deal. The sideboard, I've thought a lot about like what beats this deck. Most of the time it's like edicts and unsummons. This is so Orim's Chance not bad against like combo or just like in general. Maybe you can not get blown up by something like an Aetherize, or it doesn't really protect you against unsummon, which we'll get to in a second. But I think this is mostly against any random combo deck that's randomly there, or if they're like a sorcery speed like Wrath deck, you could play this against like a control deck and just kind of wrath them. Make sure you don't get Wrath. Aegis of the Gods is my answer to Edicts. It's just another random creature that is vulnerable to death, but giving yourself Hexproof is nice. Also, it's an enchantment, so it helps out with all that glitters and Ethereal Armor, so you kind of get a lot. It's just layers of protection. That's all you really want. Phyrexian Invoker, I don't know if they're like things that will prevent me from like killing my opponent. There's no like wave anymore, which is a big reason to play this deck. But it can stop Planeswalkers. It can stop I don't know, like random lands that are like Maze of Iths. So I'm not really sure, but I'm you don't really need sideboard that much. This is a very like straightforward deck, so this is just kind of a catch-all. Last but not least is Blade Splicer, which is kind of the reason I'm playing a bunch of lands, 19 in total. But I think like Unsummons a really messed up card against this deck, or like Vapor Snag, Stern's Vessel, whatever. Those are all just really terrible to see. So the idea is that if you unsummon a Blade Splicer, you're gonna get the value back, because when you just recast it, assuming it doesn't get countered, then you get a golem. So no matter what, you can always get a little bit of value out of it. Even if they unsummon your golem, you still have the 1/1. You kind of keep crashing through if they don't kill it. Unless it's like blue-red, but like honestly, if they just unsummon your Blaze Visor, you can just replay it again. And that's kind of the idea behind it. It's not the best idea, but it's definitely just a way of like getting a nice 2-for-1 in a creature. There's other cards I'm considering, maybe like Raise the Alarm or something like that. It's kind of a similar vein where they can't unsummon everything. But I'm going to try Blade Splicer. I think it might be okay. We'll see. Gonna play in a league today, 5 rounds. So we'll see how the heroic people go. Should be fun. I've already forward one with a heroic league earlier. But this is a much different looking list, I think, than before. Looks like the sideboard's a bit more like tuned. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Alright, round 1 with the Mono White Heroic list on the play. Always where you want to be. This hand is okay. I'm going to keep. Hero by Rose is a bit slow, but I'll have like the Sajiri Shelter up with the All That Glitters, assuming it lives. This is kind of, this is kind of what you want. If you can just protect this for a while, this is totally fine. Because now this will cost 1. Unfortunately, it doesn't reduce the cost of Daybreak Coronet, but it's worth it. Trust me, this card's super worth it. But if you draw a 4th land, then I could have Shelter as well. Opponent's mulliganing to 5. Not a good start for them. I'm just going to run this out, assuming that my opponent doesn't play black or red. Okay. This doesn't really give me any hints, but I'm gonna do it. Gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. If they're playing red, then I could just Daybreak Coronet this, and it should be fine. Playing black, then that's a bigger deal, because then I need to hold Shelter for forever, more or less. Okay, this might be die. This might be dead. Be unfortunate. Oh, red-green. Okay. Cream of the Crop. I don't know what this card does. Let's see. Every creature called in the battlefield. Look at the top X. Okay, just kind of an interesting draw card. Well, I'm just going to go off then. They're just going to let me do this. He's healed. Alright, Coronet. And yeah, 2-turn clock. Here we go. Okay, commune with the gods. Gonna get a good peek of what's going on. Kazul's Fury, Tragic Poet. What's going on here? They could take the birds to potentially block, but I mean, I have to shelter the name Pro Green. They didn't take the birds. They took the poet. Okay. That's actually kind of nice because I can't pro white my creature here. If I pro white, then I lose all my enchantments. So that's actually a nice heads up play. This is why you need like Griff Spoons or Spirit Mantles. So I kind of like that play. So they're gonna look the top one card, I guess. What is this? So it's like a fling. I have no idea what's going on. Well, we'll just load up my guy. Because why not? I have 2 protection spells, so I feel pretty strong about this. I'm also going to go to 45. Yeah, you have to block. Okay. I am not sure what my opponent's playing, but this is what Heroic does. Ooh, 4 colors. This is what Heroic does. Just kind of like punishes a lot of stuff. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. So now I definitely need like a removal. What is the word I want to use? I need a I definitely need like a Spirit Mantle or something that makes this thing fly. I mean, they are perpetually blocking every turn, but this is gonna buy them a lot of time. It also triggers the cream of the crop. But I guess they just look at the top card every time. Eventually, I might be able to just give enough counters on this creature just to kind of like um push through damage, but I'm gonna keep attacking until I find like a Helas Pilgrim or a Grip Spoon, something like that. To get to 8 counters, I'm close. I'm pretty close to 8 counters. Okay, we're gonna look for some more stuff. So Biting Grace, Fauna Shaman. Okay, I guess I could take Fauna Shaman, or no? They took another Grace. I am getting super fogged by this thing. This is already kind of tragic. But I have 5 cards to draw here. Anything will do. This is one the deck really does need like. There's an argument that you could just overload a bunch of like Grip Spoons and Spirit Mantles, but then you just kind of lose out on some protection. I like protection spells a bit more. They're going for birds. That's interesting. So now they just die to this. Okay. That was an interesting call there. I don't know why they didn't get back their Tragic Poet. But now I get the name Pro Green. Okay. They kind of messed up there. They could have just bought a ton of time. I don't know why they did that, but oh well. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know what my opponent is doing. There's a big Kazul's Fury. I'm kind of worried about that. I could play Aegis of the Gods. I'm not really sure if I really need to. Sometimes the best board is no board. So I don't have like Graveyard Hate. I don't really anticipate any good Graveyard decks so far. So nor do I have enchantment or artifact removal. So I don't know. I don't think I really need this. Maybe I could bring an Aegis of the Gods. I'm not really sure if that's even useful, but or I could bring a Revoker. Revoker stops Fauna Shaman. Yeah, maybe I could do that. I have to cut something. I didn't really see a ton of like 8, so I'm gonna take out the Umbras. Let's try this. This is just the name, like, they like tragic poets as well. I don't know. So, Mono Shaman, also a decent name. I can also take it out, like, some of these blacksmith skills or whatever. This might be better. Let me just do that. That's probably just better. At least pumps, like, my heroic creatures. And you want, like, a bunch of enchantments for all that glitters all on, with your armor. But yeah, early in the season, you're going to see like kind of random brews. So I think like just having a really solid aggro deck is a really good start. I used to think that just like finding the most broken deck is good, but sometimes that is kind of aggro in the start. Especially if you have like a blueprint to work on from like previous seasons. But yeah, I don't know what my opponent's gonna do here. I don't know what my opponent's doing. How about that? Revoke is also a new card this season, so kind of like a sorcerer spyglass with legs, but also stops mana abilities, unlike spyglass. I can keep. Seems fine. I could actually name Revoker on Birds of Paradise, which is really funny. I'm gonna play this to start, just because I want 3 mana. Okay. That's not bad. It's kind of perpetual blocker all the time. You can always just like kind of rebuy this thing a lot. But it does mean they can never really like tap this. Okay, they're gonna commune with the gods. They have Dreadnought. Okay, interesting. Spore. Oh my god, they have Spore Frog. It's over. It's over. Oh my goodness. I think I'm actually dead to that. Wait, I could just revoke her on Spore Frog. No, it's not over. It's not over. They took the Dreadnought. Interesting. Okay, they're gonna do this again. So it looks like they're trying to like Kazul's Fury me a bunch. Interesting. So that time they took the Sterling Grove. And now they can get Spore Frog, but I do have the Revoker, so that was a fun heads up play from me. But it doesn't. It still stops like the Abiding Grace sort of pseudo fog. But I guess I have to name Spore Frog here. Okay, I'm glad I boarded that in. I guess I'll Umbra this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna Umbra this guy. It's just attack with my hero. They have Caustic Caterpillar as well, so I kind of want to protect my this thing. So this is kind of scary because now they have like a Fury. I think the plan is just to keep buying back Dreadnoughts, and then you just kind of take that out. Sterling Grove. I wonder what they tutor with this. Maybe it's just a protection against whatever. So I guess the plan is maybe to one shot them with a big guy. Because they can, like I said, they can keep blocking until I find like a Spirit Mantle. I guess if they have like a million flings. Okay. Interesting. This is actually kind of scary. Okay, now this is the perfect opportunity to Spirit Mantle my Revoker thing. Because now they can't kill it with the Caterpillar. I guess now they can, like, just kill the Mantle? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm supposed to hold up Faith's Shield. I wasn't supposed to Daybreak Coronet, for sure. Because I think it just block, activate. They can't block. They would have to, like... Now they've already got... I think they've already phased through that? I don't know. Actually, I want to pop up the Grave. I just want to see what's their options. They haven't declared blockers, I don't think. Okay. I got it messed up here, I think. I can't let my Spirit Mantle die. But I tapped out, so... Ooh. Oh, this is bad. This is why Faith Shield's in the deck. So you can protect... This is the perfect reason... This is the perfect example of Faith Shield. But yeah, this is really bad. If they let me untap... I mean, if they let me untap, they might be fine. We'll see. We'll see how heads up they are. But I need to keep drawing Faith. Now I kind of want to keep the Blacksmith skill. They're going to tutor. Which they should have done on their upkeep if they wanted to really draw it. See what they get. This puts the card on top. They could get another Abiding Grace. That wouldn't be that bad. So they can just, like, Caterpillar a bunch. Okay, they're getting Greater Good. Oh my goodness, a Dreadnought Greater Gooding. It's pretty strong. They shouldn't have let me untap, but they didn't really see I had Faith Shield, so maybe they just don't care. Greater Good Dreadnought is a big deal. They can draw like a million cards. They have a Dreadnought and something else in their hand. This is on top of their library. Okay. If they're smart, they don't let me untap. They let me untap. Excellent. Okay. Well, I know there's Spirit Mantle, so I guess they could just try to kill the Mantle or the Coronet. Or I could just enchant my hero. Just kind of double duty it. Yeah, let's do that. Now we're just spreading the wealth. Which I guess, like, spreads the damage a bit better. Hmm. I think this way that, now this way, no matter what, I think they just die. So yeah, that's a +1 for Faith Shield. And actually, I wish I had more Spirit Mantles now. I'm kind of lucky I brought in Revoker too. Alright. Gonna tap out here for the Hoplite. So I don't know what they're gonna draw here, but we're gonna figure out in a second. I don't know if their best bet is to Greater Good Dreadnought, but we'll see. Definitely a ton of cards. Okay, draw 12, discard 3. Classic combo. But like I said, I don't know how they beat all this. I'm not sure what they could find. Maybe another version of Spore Frog, like Kamiya False Hope. That'd be kind of annoying. If they had something like that. Okay. But they're kind of low on mana. I don't know how they beat this. I don't really see how I could lose this. Like, they can only kill one of the Spirit Mantles, but either guy is lethal now. I guess a way is to, like, kill the Mantle here and then kill the Revoker. So they have, like, a 1-mana removal spell on the Revoker. Okay, they can, yeah, let's see it. They do have a Kami of False Hope. Oh my goodness. What is what happens when you draw a billion cards? That's what happens when you draw 9 cards or 12 cards. Because then now I have to find another Revoker. Oh my goodness. I think I've lost this. Unless I find another Revoker, I think I've definitely lost this. Oh, I'm so close, too. Shout out to them for just splitting up their damage. Or splitting up their kind of guys, too. So now we wait for another Revoker. I think a single Revoker could win the game. Unless they play another Caustic Caterpillar here. Just to kind of cover their bases. Because now that I mean, if they have more Abiding Graces, this is really good. Electropotence. Oh god, that kills me. Because now Electropotence, they can pay 3 to just deal 12 damage to me every turn. But then they can't Spore Frog? They can't wait, the Electropotence deals damage, right? No, the creature deals damage. So the creatures can't hit the Spirit Mantle. Okay. They have another Abiding Grace. They didn't take it. Oh, there's 2 of them. Never mind. Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Okay. So they'll definitely get Abiding Grace here, and then they can't really pay for Electropotence. I wonder if, like, Warstorm Scourge would have been better, but it's kind of a 6-drop. Okay, so one should get the Kami, the other one should probably get Caustic Caterpillar, I would say. I don't have a lot of time now, because I really need to, um... Actually, I think I'm dead, because, like, the Double Grace, if they do it right, they can cover the bases with another Revoker off the top with a Caustic Caterpillar. Like, just a bunch of Caustic Caterpillars. Okay. I can't do this. Can I pay for 3 right now? They're down to like 17 cards. They can't. I mean, they can kill me pretty quick with a bunch of dreadnoughts. All right. I kind of want to concede, but I kind of don't. I think my opponent could still make a mistake. Should probably stop playing lands too. I can't believe they have a split. I mean, that's smart, but I can't believe they have it. I still can't believe they have it. So this should. I'm not dead yet because I'm at 32 thanks to the coronet earlier. But now maybe they can go like Dreadnought, pay 3, and then like Kami. Okay. It's a little excessive because they should probably know they don't have enchantment removal by now. At least the Revokers were a good sideboard. So they could definitely just sit on they could just sit on the Kami. And now they have like we're technically it's another Revoker. Okay, Electropotence, they get to pay. Why were they black? Oh, they have Buried Alive in their deck, that's why. It's kind of a... Is this enough for me to play Aegis of the God? I don't think so, but... I just kind of got stuffed by this. Abiding Grace Fog. Should have paid the one, I think. Alright, I'm pretty much dead here. I'm dead to just double Dreadnought. They get to get 2 Dreadnoughts this turn and then kill me. Alright, well played, well played. I don't think I really want to change up my sideboard, though. I don't want to bring... Actually, I do want to bring the Blacksmith skills back. Um, hmm. I still like the Umbras to protect against, like, the Revokers. So maybe I just cut all that Glitters. They're kind of, like, redundant cards. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. There is an argument to playing Ages of the Gods, but I think I just have, like, too many. I could maybe switch Hero with Aegis. That's not bad. Yeah, we could try that. We could try that. Let's see if I get this in time. No, I didn't get it in time. Dang it. If I had a second land, I'd probably keep this. I might never draw a second land. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand feels better. We'll keep. Alright, finally a 1-drop. As long as I can kill them quick enough for them to not set up their Abiding Grace thing, because I have no outs to it. Or they don't have, like, graveyard. I didn't mean to have outs, but they're not super great. Trailblazer a bit slower for matchups like this, but, I mean, we love you anyway. Okay. I think if I have a Revoker, I immediately name this. I should have kept the Fate Shield, actually, because that'll help me just push through damage in the end. Because they will have mostly green creatures, so I should have kept the Face Shield. That was kind of a misplay on my part. Because they get an extra turn by blocking and then doing something. Okay. It's not a big deal. I have the Blacksmith skill. As long as they don't have a Grace, though, I think I'm okay. I can just kind of keep racing. Alright, found a Faith Shield, too. Okay, they'll block and try to kill, I don't know, something, but it's gonna get beaten by the skill. And luckily it just helps they don't let the Fauna Shaman do anything. Alright, Blacksmith skill. See? Enchant removals, people love targeting enchantments with things. I'll play another Trailblazer, why not? Okay. That's kind of nice. Buys more time. They're definitely just looking for a Abiding Grace. I think their only real card draw is like Commune with the Gods. Find a Revoker is pretty great. Find another Coronet. I guess we're all in here. Is this lethal? So, I mean, they can Kami now. Or just block. I think just blocking is nice. I don't think they should really pop the False Hope until... Okay, they're just going to do it. Which is pretty good if they don't have the enchantment already. I think they're probably... They didn't even tutor. Oh my goodness. So they must already have the Abiding Grace. This is the only way this makes sense. Okay. Alright, now we have a problem. Now we need to find Revoker. But then they can start tutoring for... I mean, they have the Caterpillar too, though, so... This is kind of a lot. Alright, now they're tutoring. They can, I guess, can get Spore Frog to split the difference. Because if they get Spore Frog, they can cast Spore Frog, and then also get the biting, the Kami back. So this is kind of nice heads up play. This is bad. I just need a bunch of Revokers. Okay, they're getting Caterpillar back. Okay. I would assume they would have gotten the other thing back, but... Alright, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't have alternate ways of killing my opponent. This is the problem. I can only do things through combat. So just having a bunch of, like, Fog Frogs is really bad. Okay, that's a good Buried Alive. Oh, man. Greedy deck is greedy. A greedy deck. Or, why are they? I don't know. Maybe both their decks are pretty greedy. The fact that I have zero enchantment is pretty greedy. Alright, they got Tragic Poet, Caustic Catapult, and a Dreadnought. Tragic Poet. Okay, they're just changing up what they get each time. There's a time difference here. They've definitely taken their sweet time doing all this, so I can't really concede. Even though I am pretty locked up, that's totally fine. They're empty-handed, so let's see what they draw. They can only get one Fog guy at a time, so I've got that going. I guess I could turn any creature into a Fog, though, so... Found Great or good, which is great with Dreadnought, but they can't dare to get a Dreadnought right now. That'd be so greedy if they did that. Okay. Still loading up the eventual sort of like nonsense. I guess any creature now turns into a Dreadnought. Alright, they found a Sterling Grove. I do like the kind of like I like deck building like this, where you kind of build walls for yourself. So I kind of like this kind of layer of protection that they have. This is just unfortunate. I have no enchantment hate and no graveyard hate. That's just kind of how it's going. Okay. But this is heroic in a nutshell. You kind of kill them quick, or they let your opponent do their thing, and then they just kind of stop it. So they could find another Abiding Grace, but they just should. They should just pop this. They should kind of realize that a second Abiding Grace would be really good. Because then they could start, okay. So what did they draw? Surprise. Now they can just draw 12 cards with the Dreadnought. Probably find Electropotence. This is a fun setup. I don't know if you really need red, but I guess you do. Because how else do you really kill with I mean, it's a good way to kill with enchantments, I guess. Because isn't there like black? It's not an instant though. Right, a consumption. I guess with black as well, you could play like Varels. So you could have Varels Dreadnought. And then you could write a consumption. So I don't know if you even need red. Alright, there's a Revoker. If they don't name it now, if they don't pop this now, they die. Not... Okay. Smart. I'll just name the other one, because it seems they have more Spore Frogs than the other thing. But that was a heads-up play. I kind of had to, like, trick them. I hope to trick them there. Okay. But now they can, like, Caterpillar to kill this, but I have the Faith Shield. Alright. They found another Dreadnought. Which draws a ton more cards if they want. Okay, they found another Sterling Grove. This one finds Electropotence, so it might be dead soon. Surprisingly, they haven't drawn it yet. Okay. They're just digging. Found another Dreadnought. They're kind of done drawing cards. They shouldn't really use the Greater Good anymore. Okay, I guess they're going to do it. They could deck themselves. Maybe they get really greedy and deck themselves. This might be the play I need. Because now they can't use... So they have a Kami of False Hope here. So now they can't, They can't fall... Oh, they can't cost a Caterpillar my Revoker. It's interesting. Kind of put themselves in a weird hole. But they only have 4 cards left. And I'm not dead, so... Okay. So now if I find, another Revoker right here, I could definitely just stall this game for a bit. I don't know why they decided to draw another bunch of cards. So I just need to, like, live for 4 turns. Which means I have to draw like a god now. What is this? Okay. It doesn't do anything anymore. Okay. They still don't have a way to kill me. This is very weird. I guess they're looking for like a big knockout punch with like You know what's a real problem is that with Electropotence the Dreadnought deals the damage, so I can't actually like Faith Shield myself. That's kind of wacky. Okay. Okay, I don't know why they're getting a Dreadnought. Because if they just sacked us the greater good, they just decked themselves. I guess they want to fling me. They're dealing damage to me. That's totally fine. If I get under 5, I could Faith Shield myself. Okay. They have like a lot of flings. So they need like multiple flings here. Which they could have. Sure. That doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. They should have probably killed the Daybreak Coronet. Because they do want to gain some life. I mean, they have... I'm kind of locked into the Kami. How many flings do they really have is the question. Okay. They're going for it. Okay. At 3. This one needs to be the other fling. They can only have 4 in their deck, because one's in play right now. Okay, so I have to target any of my things, so... Target this. Alright. As long as Faithful Hour doesn't, like, bug out or something, this is fine. Alright, I put red. Yeah! So now I just can't die to damage. And they can't have, like, a 5th fling. I mean, they can have Electropotence, I guess. Electropotence would kill me. If they don't Sterling Grove it now, that'd be so confusing. Sure. I'm so confused if they don't have it. I mean, they could upkeep do it. Or maybe the last card is Electropotence. Okay, so yeah, I died. Close. So they have a minute left. Oh my goodness. They're taking so much time. Well, we tried. We tried. 37 seconds is so funny. Oh man, I gotta back some graveyard hate, I guess. I guess I just need a couple of weathered runestones, huh? Actually, imagine if these Hero by Roses were the Ages of the Gods, and probably wouldn't have happened. That's my fault. All right, get in the match with the Monarch Heroic list. Die roll 1. Um, you know what? I'm totally fine with this hand. I'm gonna keep. It's got plenty of like removal. I gotta start with Hoplite, right? Hopefully my opponent doesn't start playing red. It just kills immediately. What's the risk you take? Okay. I like that, because now I could just Zero Armor this guy up. No block. Oh, no attack. Well, they can't really attack into the Hoplite. What are you thinking? Okay, they didn't kill the Hoplite, which is not good for them. Because I will just armor it up. Sorry, it makes like a 3/4, so they need 2 removal spells to kind of take this out. We get to untap. I have Ethereal Armor, another one, so see, they need 2 removal spells pretty much just next turn. If I untap, I don't think I can really, my guy can really die. Okay, they have Ash Sell it. Looks like sort of be a mono red list, so we're definitely not going to race this big old Ethereal Armored guy. If I ever find a Coronet, the game's probably just over. Coronet's a really messed up card. Oh, there it is. Look at that. So, yeah, I guess the game's over. Let's just go to the next game here. Because it says Vigilance. There's so much text. It just has millions of text. Vigilance, First Strike, Lifelink. I mean, silly. And +3/+3. Like, they can't attack into this. They can't. They can block forever, but then I just keep gaining life, so. I don't know. Alright, young Pyromancer here. Not the young Pyromancer, but the Pyromancer. This is the part where if I draw a Phase Shield or any protection spell, the game's just very much over. I can save the Brute. They definitely could just hang out. But yeah, Lambs to the slaughter here. This guy's never dying. Alright, next game. I don't think I need to sideboard in this matchup, honestly. The only thing I could see is like Hero or Aegis over Hero, but even then it's not a big deal. If I just draw a Coronet. I mean, it is kind of an upgrade. Yeah, maybe. I could try it. I don't think I really need this, but it is nice to have like extra sort of stuff. Sand's almost keepable. If I draw another land, it'd be really good. Super slow. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna just believe that I draw an untap land. If they have no 1-drop either, this is great. Okay. Even like a 1-lander with a Trailblazer seems really great. Trailblazer's almost GG against any like. I mean, there's like Flame Slash they could have, but this card's really good. If I can draw a land, then I can Umber it up. But I am kind of worried about block plus removal, so maybe I start with Favorite Hoplite to buy some time. Oh, this is a Umbra though, so let's see. Untap land be great. Okay. But I have an extra Trailblazer, so if they use 2 removal spells for this, then it's fine. I'm gonna take the 2 here in the hopes I just draw another island or plains. Yeah, easy take. They have to have a like Flame Slash, makes it kind of useful to kill. Or like double removal spells. That's really inefficient, which is fine with me. Okay. So they have Chain Lightning, I guess. It's totally fine. Kind of fine with the inefficiency of this all. Alright, land to be great. Land to be actually super great. Okay. We'll take our time. I am taking a bit of damage. I mean, luckily, if I draw a second land, eventually I can start coordinating. So that's kind of the hope here. Again, I'll take this. Ooh, oldie but a goodie. Stormblood Berserker. That's actually really good at not being able, having me not be able to block. You don't see this much anymore, but it's really good. Okay, prevents the Ash Select from getting in now. And the Messenger, in fact. But they might even do anything. And it's like kind of attack with the Mana Sky. I need to find a second lane ASAP for this Daybreak Coronet. This, again, will take 2 removal spells to kill. So I just need to pray for a second land. That's all I'm really looking for. Maybe they have something that like prevents them from gaining life. Okay, so they're not going to flip the Village Messenger. They're just going for the wide attack, which I think is fine. If they have Flame Slash here, then... I mean, well, I have the height number. It doesn't really matter. So my guy will still live. Okay, land is like the play here. Untapped land. Perfect. So lucky. Okay, I can come back. I can come back now. This is definitely a huge comeback. And then I can just start armoring up. I don't know how Mono Red beats this at this point. This is like a 12-point swing. I can start Griff. I can just Griff Spoon Ethereal Armor after this, and then just kind of get in uncontested. This is how good Trailblazer is. They can't. I mean, they can attack with a Stormblood Berserker. If they had like triple chain lightning there, I'd be dead. But that was their turn. But they drew another land. They can't really all out attack. Oh, they didn't even attack with a Stormblood. That was a big mistake. Okay. Alright. Just gonna... Okay, well now they're really dead. Now they're very dead. Oh man. Is that enough? Okay, one more. Just load it up. That's all I needed with lands. Just pile them on. That's heroic versus mono red, I guess. Alright, another match with the Penny Dreadful Mono Heroic list. This hand's okay. I'm gonna keep. I'm on the draw. Another mono red matchup. I think I just sandbag this till turn 3, maybe. Because, Hero's pretty great. I don't want to just let it get to a shock. Okay. Unfortunately, the Strop Critical does get right past a hero. It is a human. I kind of want him to tap out this turn, then I can kind of safely Hyena number it. I don't think they'll tap out though. I don't think I wait till 4 lands either. Alright, Trailblazer is the better one. Trailblazer is a lot harder to kill, but they need like 2 removal spells. So I can start with Hyena Umbra. If they somehow have like double bolt, that'd be insane, I would say. Or double burst lightning, something like that. But this is a great card because it just alright. They have to have triple burn spell now if I just let this happen. So, but I'm gonna let the first one go. I'll say okay. If they have yet another spell, okay. If they have a burst lightning here, then this is really crazy. Okay. People have like a skewed for burst lightning, honestly. It's kind of weird. Alright, now this is the perfect number to block the Stormperk Noble. And if this lives, I can go Hero Spirit Mantle, and then just kind of start getting in. Alright, Hazard's a big one. I can actually block the Hazard. So I kind of need a Coronet, right? I need to buy a lot of time, but at the same time, um, I need to kill some stuff. I take this, I go to 7, I go to 5. I'm kind of just dead to creatures, so I guess I have to, like, block to stay alive as long as possible to buy some time for a Coronet, which would change the game immensely. Okay, I could go, like, Hero Spirit Mantle. That's not bad. It kind of just, like, widens the, amount of damage I can kind of be dealt, so maybe we'll try that. This way you can kind of just tumble with the Hazoret, and this can just kind of bounce off each other. And then maybe I could just one-shot them with a bunch of all that glitters and ethereal armor? Maybe? Kind of a hard ask. It might be enough, actually. I haven't done the math. What is the math on this? So this each would give like 5. I think it's actually enough. If I get to untap with this, they have to kill this, I think. Okay. I guess I can kind of like chain this down, and it removes an enchantment. But I can't take damage anymore. I don't want to take any damage. Okay. Not sure why they didn't just discard an attack. Okay, let's just not do math and figure this out right now. Okay. Now it's an 8-8. Now it's a 9-9. Now it's a 14-14. Now it's 15. 22. Okay, perfect. Spear Mantle good. See? Look how good Spear Mantle is. And Hero. If I didn't have Hero, I couldn't cast all of this, to be honest. So this is pretty insane. That's why I like Hero here. Alright, sweet. Good old one shot. Honestly, the Trailblazer saved the day there. If I didn't have that Trailblazer, I don't know what I would have done. Um, so I remember last time I kind of boarded out the heroes for the Aegis. I don't think I do that this time. I think this time I'm just gonna keep it as is. I'm just not gonna sideboard. My bonus said, wait, what? When this happened, I just kind of like combo killed them in one turn. Oh man. I'm keeping this hand. This hand seems great. I got a Trailblazer to start. That thing's hard to kill. I'm not blocking, because they just have to have like 2 removal spells to kill me with it. I don't want to like... I don't want to give them like Chain Lightning fodder, basically. Okay. Copter's a nice one. No, I'm just gonna ride this Trailblazer. Think of attacking too, because they can't really block, and they're just gonna copter. Unless they have another creature in their hand. This is only bad if they actually find another creature. But next turn I get the hero and then all that glitters. Kind of spread the wealth. Basically, the hero is kind of like a magnet for removal, even though I'm not going to use it as a creature. The Trailblazer is just going to live for a long time. Okay, they're going to use the Factory of the Crew. It's nice. Draw, discard. Alright, discard a mountain. This guy's getting a bit annoying. I do risk getting burned out at some point. But I think I'm just going to keep attacking. I don't know why. I don't think it really helps me to be defensive, to be honest. I can kill them pretty soon. I could just pro-red this. If they just keep tapping out their colorless creatures, I can definitely raise in like 2 turns or so. Alright, they're going to the dome. I like it. They're understanding I'm just wanting to race. If I try to corner it, though, the game is just over. The game is just wildly over. Okay, Earthshaker. Basically, hero can't block, but it couldn't block anyway. Now it's really can't block. I'm really just needing a coronet. They didn't crew. Interesting. I guess they're looking to block. This doesn't bode well for me. I guess the problem is the copter is just gonna kill me eventually, so I kind of need to find a coronet soon. I do want to attack. I think attacking is like the the only way I'm actually gonna win this game. But they have like they have a couple of blockers. It's kind of the problem. All right, let me I guess if they choose not to block, maybe I have enough like things to kill them with here. I don't think I do. Give a response to this? Okay. Can I kill them? Why did they they're dead, aren't they? I'm so confused. Why did they decide to if they just like kept the thing to crew, they would have won. I'm so confused. Okay, all right. I was looking for like a crew or just to activate there, but I don't know. It never came. Okay, take it. All right, another match with the Mono White Hurlock deck for season 22. No creatures. I'm gonna mulligan. I think you just need a little bit of everything. I'm gonna keep. Um, I'm only gonna keep one of these cornets. I just need a land. I need to draw a land at some point. So, but this is fine to start. Okay. So I guess we're Just take it off with the Griff Spoon. Just gonna wait for a land. Black white. So edicts can be on the table here. Just like removal spells in general, just like Doomblade like effects. Pretty strong. Blood Chief's Thirst is great. Okay. Esper, okay. So maybe a control deck is in the mix. I do the second land, but now I need a creature. Riot Militant, interesting. Not something you usually see in a control deck. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm dealing with. Maybe some sort of mid-range deck with Dryad Militant. You know what they're playing? They might be playing like a Hero of Precinct 1 deck. That's the only kind of deck that would play multicolored creatures in a 3-color shell. Okay, I'd love a creature at some point. That'd be nice. Any day now. Any day now. I'm gonna play this just in case I get a hero by Rose. It's a 4th land though for Ghost Moon as well. Any day now. Hey, what is in their hand? They must have like all counter spells, just removal in general. Okay, good to judge is familiar. It's multicolored threats. This has to be some sort of hero deck. Alright, Reflector Mage doesn't target anything, but this is a lethal attack. Alright. Didn't draw the creature. Oh well. So Reflector Mage is pretty good against me. I think this is time to try the Blade Spicer technique. It's also kind of good against just like 2-for-1 decks, so I'm gonna be Blade Spicering this game. I'll cut the All That Glitters to just kind of like rough against like those removal heavy decks. I don't know about Aegis of the Gods. I'm not going to try that, but we're going to try Blade Spicer out. See if that works. I definitely want to keep all the Spearmans. I don't know about Griff Spoon, actually. I don't think it's actually made that good. Maybe. I don't know. I'll keep it. It's just a cheap thing to do. But it's definitely one of those like games where I kind of want to draw a bunch of lands. Alright, let's try it. This might be a rough one, but I mean it's more rough when I don't draw land or creatures. Just want to help feed mix. At least like adding a couple of creatures that kind of helps the density of things I can enchant. And you know, it's a clean. It's a good 2-for-1, so that's what I kind of want to see. I really want to play with Spectral Procession, but that wasn't legal, unfortunately. So I think that was a really sweet card I wanted to try as well. Sure, keep this. And can I just sit on a hoplite here? They have to have like, okay, exactly, just removal. Um, I'm gonna lead with Hyena Umbra, I think, and then play the Trailblazer as well. Just kind of spread the wealth, maybe. This kind of makes it so I am good against an Edict, which I can't stop right now. Alright, let's just load them up. So I have the Hyena Umbra. They would have to like do multiple things to this. So I'm gonna play the hero now. So I'm good against Edicts. It has to be like a Wrath or something. Some sort of 3-mana Wrath. I guess, oh wait, I guess Reflector Mage is, oh god, I'm so stupid. I was like, wait, they're playing Reflector Mage. What are you doing? You dummy. I'm, me dumb. That's my bad. That's my bad. Oh, why do you guys watch this? I have no idea why anyone watches this sometimes. It's so funny. This would be a really aggressive. Okay, Campbell. Campbell is interesting. It is a good way of kind of catching up. Ooh, here we go. It's Blade Splicer time, baby. Let's go. Reflector Mage this. The Blade Splicer is amazing. It's first strike on a Golem. It's pretty great. I'll definitely protect this Golem token from a Reflector Mage. I'm down. I am so down. Campbell is actually really interesting. This is like 2/3 like spells, not non-creature spells, so it's actually interesting to see. They're gonna Vindicate. I'm just gonna protect this for all it's worth. Gonna eat the Campbell trigger, but it's okay. I'm coming in. They can double block, but I mean, they get to kill the Campbell. I'm totally fine with. Really got like nothing else though. I mean, if I had just protected my favorite hoplite, it'd just be over. I just played bad. But you know, mistakes are why we just kind of get up again. Why do we fall? So we can pick ourselves up. A Wrath would be kind of sick, but I don't know what kind of like mid-range creature deck would have Wraths in their deck. Okay, he's a hero. Is really good at blocking this puny little goblin. No way, they have double hero. Board's kind of gummed up. I'm definitely gonna need something like Spirit Mantle. Okay, so I guess if I Spirit Mantle my Golem, it can't get Reflector Mage at all. It can still get Vindicated, which is fine. It is kind of the biggest thing on the table at the moment. We'll take 2 for this, but it has just like it has the most upside here. I'm just kind of trying to fade another Vindicate. But regardless, though, it's a 2-turn clock. Okay, I did not fade the Vindicate. Now what? Need another Mantle or a Hyena, bruh. Or, I'm now the Griff Spoon. Coronet be kind of nice, too. But I need that in combination things. I think it's kind of attack, but not really. They can start like sending 1/1s eventually. It just every spell just kind of does something. All right, Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. That's Planeswalker. It's just kind of a way for them to gain some life because they're kind of down a little bit. Okay, I need to find another Spirit Mantle. Okay. Ask and ye shall receive. Um, I don't know if I could wait anymore. Do I attack the Soren? I don't know if it really matters. I guess if I attack the Soren, it's like a 2-turn. I can kill in 2 turns. They might be afraid of the card in my hand, which is a complete blank. Imagine if I just held this thing. They probably would have vindicated eventually. Hostage taker. Nice one. They can't hostage take the hero though. But they could definitely get like the blade slicer, which is really nice. I do have protection from creatures, but I mean it's just another thing that is a 2-for-1. Like the best bet is to take the blade slicer. It's another 2-for-1 now. This is not good. This is not good at all. But that's what happens when you mess up. You get punished. An overwhelming board advantage for my opponent. Not so good for me. Yeah, despite the mess up though, I still don't think my guy would have died. But no, I had like a heat number. I had like time. That was just bad. That was just bad. I'm bad. I'm terrible at this game. Like, yeah, I don't have anything to worry about. And exactly the thing that happens. Alright, another round with the Mono White Heroic list for Season 22. I won a lot of die rolls, that's good. I'm gonna keep Sand seems fine. Trailblazer into stuff. So my opponent's playing like black, but it's kind of hard to kill. We'll leave with Ancient Gen in case I draw like a all that glitters. Kind of want to get these out ASAP. Okay, I'm just gonna ponder. No idea if they have any sort of unsummons, but we'll try to play around it as best as possible. There's no reason not to, I guess. Alright, Grip Spoon, flying, +1/+0. Start to get in. Because maybe one of those more matchups where I actually wanted favorite hot plate, but beggars cannot be choosers. Just gotta take what you can get. Alright, Sunset Revelry. It's basically like a kind of a smaller, what do you call it? Timely reinforcements, but it lets you draw a card too if you're somehow behind on cards. I like it. I actually really like the card. I think it's really cool. Alright, we're gonna run out the Ethereal Armor. I'm just gonna get in. Again, I'm kind of worried about like some sort of like spot removal, so I'm just gonna hold the blacksmith skill as long as I can. This might be like a control deck. Maybe. Well, I know what main deck who someone would main deck Revelry if they're not some sort of deck that wants to come from behind. So blacksmith still looks really good here. They have some sort of wrath effect. Okay. They bought a lot of time. I, but I definitely think this is some sort of control deck. Then kind of crack back with the human tokens. Don't think I want to run out the hero. I think I just want to keep up blacksmith skill. I don't need to run out anything random if I don't want to. My life total is of little consequence. Now they can't really have a flying blocker with the Spirit Mantle, so... If they just run out of Wrath, then... I have the Blacksmith skill, which gives Indestructible, which is pretty sweet. They'll make it 9. And it'll actually trigger Heroic as well. That's why I really like skill. It just has a pile of text. I think it's better than, like, God's Willing. Okay. A card that I could be worried about, something like a Blessed Alliance. I don't know if people really play that main deck, but it's a really good card in this spot. Which would have been a reason to maybe play Hero, because you could attack Hero with that. I don't know. Because any enchantment will win. It's close. Alright, I'm going to play the Hero here. Just to play around the next turn card that I don't think my opponent has. This also looks kind of... Oh, okay. I'm gonna... Ooh, you know what's like kind of difficult with this? If I Faith Shield for white... So I have the skill. I guess skill is just better here. It gives it a X-proof. If they have a counter, though, this is kind of rough. Okay. But now I can't... It's indestructible as well, so... The perfect card there. The only thing I really have is some sort of instant speed removal, like a Condemn. But even I have enough counters on there to make the Condemn kind of irrelevant with the Face Shield. Okay. You know, for this matchup, I like Orm's Chant. I think Orm's Chant's gonna be pretty good. And it's just sort of pseudo control matchup where cards like Wrath, Condemn kind of need to come at a certain time. I kind of want to cut all that glitters, to be honest with you. The Umbers are really good. Like, you want the cheap ones. Like, these guys are just kind of, like, expensive. So maybe I can, like, I don't really need a ton of coronets, so maybe I could just split these. That seems okay. Yeah, let's try it. I'm not sure if this is a matchup for, like, Revoker or anything else. Form shit's also a really good hedge against like condemns, stuff like that. I think I said that already, but it's just kind of extra kind of insurance. Yeah, I can keep this. This seems okay. I think I was lucky to have the blacksmith skill though. There is something to be fun to be said about having like hexproof over just protection. I think I'll lead with Hyena Umbra and then follow up with Ethereal Armor and just hold up well, I actually can't hold up anything. We'll just not attack. I don't know why. I'm just sensing condemn. I not want to play through it. This way I can load up the armor here. I just had like I don't know, my bat sig my like I feel like my bat signal kind of went off there. The problem is now if they have counterspell, they can counter the Shadiri Seltzer. But I may have a hoplite backup, so see things come down. Oh, this is bad because now if I pro white, I just kind of lose all my stuff. It's kind of bad. Or they could just counter this. I guess there's a maybe an argument to maybe just casting Orum's Chant before I attack, because it's only on an attack trigger. I don't know. But I have a 3-7. If they oust it, kind of whatever. We'll see. This is the part of Heroic where I don't like, where you just kind of put everything in one basket, and then it kind of gets ruined by something. Okay. It's kind of hard. And I don't really think that just like the all-in approach is always good. I'm gonna start Orm's chanting him a bunch. This is all I can do. That's literally all I can do right now. I could have actually attacked first and then ran out the hot plate. I don't know. But I need to buy a lot of time, so I'm going to just keep silencing my opponent with 4 lands. I don't care if they attack. I guess well, they can't cast spells, so... I just don't want to get hit with a Day of Judgment. Until I find like an Umbra or a Blacksmith skill. Okay. Alright, they bought a lot of time. But... see. So many Orange chants. Silence, silence, silence! This is all I got. This is literally all I have. This is all I can do. Alright, I got one more silence to go. Oh, this is so silly. Because I really have nothing else afterwards. It just bought me like 3 draw steps, which I haven't really drawn anything. I drew like land, I think an orange chance, and then like this Trailblazer. I guess it's the 3rd draw. So I need something good. Okay, that's nice. Unless they have condemn, of course. But they haven't. They would have condemned something a long time ago, I think. Okay. Release them from the upkeep stop. Let's find a 4th orange chant, of course. Okay. The Umbra is going to save the Trailblazer. And I don't know, I just need to keep going. Just need to draw well here. Play another favorite hop. Even if they're Wrath, I mean, that's going to suck, but it is what it is at this point. Maybe I shouldn't have played my other threat. Because any spell would kill. Most spells would kill in this spot, so I don't need to run out the Hoplite. Okay, Revelry is kind of annoying. Buys him some time. Okay, nice cruise. Good time for them to cruise. They have plenty of life to work with. Ponder. See how this goes. They did not shuffle, so everything looks good on their side. Alright, do I let them double block? Nah, I'll just keep attacking. I guess this way, I mean, if they have another Revelry, it just buys them even more time. So maybe they can have a double attack to sacrifice the 1/2 to get parity on creatures. That was something to think about. I don't know. They could just have a bunch of ousts and I'd be dead here. I haven't really done much. Sometimes when you're in these like control settings, it's like you really just need like something to kill your opponent with. And the thing you choose to kill your opponent with is really just the customizable part of control. Alright, so here's another good day. And that's the thing, you don't want to like let your opponent crawl back in the game. So that's why people play things like Aetherling or at the time like Dream Callers. You just need something to kind of kill your opponent. This is kind of an interesting deck. It looks like they kind of like small balling a lot. It's got a lot of these small creatures, but at least something with Watcher it has like incidental value against a Day of Judgment. When you day your own creatures. So that's kind of not bad. It's an interesting thought. Back in the day in Standard, I used to play Blue-White Heroic because I really like playing Treasure Cruise, and Battle-Wise Hoplite was the next best heroic creature, I think. But that's something you can consider in this deck. But that deck had like fetch lands and stuff, so Treasure Cruise was not bad. Well, you have dual lands here, so you never know. Splashing a color could be okay. Who knows? But mono white is pretty nice. Especially Cornet's kind of hard to cast. I've seen green white, like hexproof heroic hybrids. They seemed okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna enchant this. I think it's good enough for now. We're just gonna have to roll with it. If they have an oust, so be it. Maybe I just hold this toward an attack phase, but who knows? I have a game to play with, so. But this game feels lost anyway. All right. They've got a lot of card selection. They've drawn a ton of cards. So surely they can find an answer to this 4/8. This vanilla 4/8. Or maybe it's Under the Watcher. Oh, it's why does everyone have reflector mages? Oh, geez. Okay. Everyone's got reflector mages. Maybe reflector mage was the real worry, not parallax wave. I mean, it is a beating. It is a huge beating. Oketra the True. Oh my goodness. This thing is kind of crazy. I need to find a Speared Mantle and ASAP. Or a Griff Spoon. Either or. Do I want my graveyard? Okay, they're gonna make a token, which activates the guy, the Oketra. Okay. Does it have vigilance too? No, it doesn't. Alright, I guess I have to, like, unfortunately give them the card that's there, just to save a little bit of damage. This is not going well. I definitely can't survive the next attack. I think, actually, something that could be good is a Coronet. Coronet, I could just gain some life. Like, a Coronet would kind of prolong this game. I'm not dead, but I think I'm just gonna go to the next game. This is kind of rough. I feel like my opponent just got way too much stuff going on. I kind of missed my window if I had one. Maybe I kind of want the coordinates back. I don't know. They feel really bad against like a bunch of spell like things. I don't know if my life total is like a big deal, but hmm. Face Shield seems really goofy against um like ousts and stuff. I think it's all I got though. I mean, I can't really do much else. It is kind of a non-bow. There's like very few cards that give like hexproof. It's this or Karamecha's Blessing, which is pretty good. It's kind of like I don't know what the word is. It's a bit more narrow and it's a bit more. You need like an enchantment to go with it, so it's kind of wonky. But we'll keep going on. Sure, I can keep this. This is just an oust waiting to happen, right? This is just oust fodder. I don't think I could play scared with a hand like this though. Maybe I can draw just a couple orange chance and then just run it out. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're laying it rock. I'm not gonna play scared. I'm just not gonna play scared. You know what? If you have condemn, you have condemn. We could bounce back. We can rebuild. We can make them stronger. Don't do it. Don't do No, they have it. We can rebuild. We can rebuild. It's okay. We can rebuild. Just have to draw a creature. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This is fine, this is fine. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe this is just poor deck building. Who knows? Because it just seems like really bad to get just blown out by a single thing. Okay, I have blacksmith skill, which is pretty great. They're just kind of hanging out. They just run out of day. It's not a big deal. I want like a billion blacksmith skills. That's what I want. That's all I want is a billion blacksmith skills. I think it's actually the best protection spell. If I draw another planes, I get to run everything out. Alright, I guess we're all in. Again, it will just stay all in here. If they have another condemn, I mean, so be it. So be it. So be it. Because this is a 2-turn clock. They need to have like 2 spells right now to kill me. Okay, no condemn, so this is fine. They go for the Wrath, I have Blacksmith skill, and then the game is over, maybe, potentially. Okay, I'm gonna go for the skill. They have Wrath. I mean, they can't Wrath now, because the skill does both. It's Hexproof and Indestructible. So now they have to have a Condemn before I draw another Blacksmith skill. Or maybe even if I draw Orm's Chant, I just chant them right there. They can't Wrath. Wrath doesn't do anything. It's also indestructible. It is indestructible, even if you do this Wrath. They just be like Exile effect. Okay, they're gonna cruise, which means they die. They have exactly Snapback now. Okay. Just gotta get in. Alright, that's it. Blacksmith still skill good. Very good. Love that card. What's up, guys? Your boy Jim here, back with the final thoughts of the Mono White Heroic list. 3 and 2. Not bad. Not great. It's fine. We'll take above 50%. The 2 losses. The one to that Biting Grace deck was a wild loss. But I think if I had just boarded in the Aegis, maybe that's better. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe my opponent would have played differently. Who knows? And then in the other hero, it's funny. I'm heroic. They're hero, but the Esper hero deck, I just played bad. But that's okay. Live and learn. But I mean, if you want a deck that kind of beats up a mono red with the Trailblazer, it's pretty great. Sometimes you just kind of explode and then have this blacksmith skill up. If there was another card, maybe Faith Shield could be like Karametra's Blessing. But again, I think that's like really corner case. But it is just a better card than Faith Shield. There were some awkward moments where protection from a color, especially white, was really bad for me because all my enchantments are white, so just having a Faith Shield was kind of awkward. So maybe you can like split the difference, maybe play a couple of Karametra's Blessings, because honestly, like Hexproof Indestructible is like the perfect combo. So, but the problem with Blessing is that, one, it's not I don't think it is indestructible. It's also Hexproof Indestructible, but your creatures have to be enchanted. So it's kind of goofy, but it's not bad to kind of mix that up. Maybe another choice could be something like Fight as One or a Johnny's Presence. Those are like okay, but I think Blessing is probably the best of it. So if I had to run it back, maybe I run a couple of Blessings somewhere instead of some Phase Shield. Well, Phase Shield was not bad. There were some moments in that first game where protecting enchantment was like good enough, but that was just a goofy matchup. I like most of the sideboard. I mean, Revoker is fine. Aegis, if I boarded it, would have been fine. Orm's Chant kind of did the thing sometimes. I don't know. Maybe you're not trying to silence people. I think this card's just better if your opponent. If you think there's like Storm in the meta, which is not really. I don't know. But the Blade Spicers were okay. I don't know. This needs more testing, but it's just kind of a theorized thing. But I guess for the most part, you just kind of go all in with a creature and then hope it works out. Because that's really all that matters. If you can just like, it feels very much like playing Dreadnought decks from we used to, where you just have this big threat and you just protect it with all your life. So, yeah, that's really just all that really matters. But that's kind of hard sometimes with when you're not playing blue with like ponders and brainstorms. Instead, you're just kind of at the mercy of these random cards. So, I didn't really play any pilgrims and all, but I still kind of stand behind it. I still think it's okay. You kind of need something, some sort of card advantage engine. I don't really know. Spearmental is great every time I cast it. I would want to play four. I don't know if I need the Griff Spoon, but they were both good at certain points. I don't know. Maybe this is overkill. Through your armor, all that glitters, Daybreak Coronet. I don't really know. Um, Sometimes I think that like you could just play a bunch of open the armories and just kind of like find the cheap thing, like the thing you need. So that's something I'm thinking about. Is maybe instead of playing like the Helios program, just play a bunch of opens and just have like copies of everything you need. And then like you can play like this, or like the best things. Like all the glitters is also fine, but they're just kind of redundant effects. Um, I could see something even like four opens, one all that glitters, and the rest of this, and then just like this as a one of, and that's just good enough. I don't know. That might be just good enough. Who knows? Not really sure. If only there was like enchantments that were like protection spells, like flash hexproof. I don't know. Let me look. I think there is one. I know there's one in blue, but there's like saving grace, but that's like protects damage. Um, Relic Ward. Can I play Relic Ward? Yeah, there's not really like much. I don't know. There's no really good like flash sort of protection aura. That's a very rare thing to have. But maybe I guess in the end, if I had to change it, like I said, a couple maybe care much blessings. Maybe think about an opening armory package. Who knows? That could be good enough. Because a lot of times, what I think the biggest problem is that I couldn't draw creatures. So I would like to actually see more creatures. Maybe instead of just the opening armory, just have a bunch of Helios Pilgrims, which are creatures that find auras. So you can kind of just like hedge your bets there. But who knows? Maybe three is just too much of mana. I don't know. I don't think it's that much, especially if you since I'm running air quotes 19 lands. I don't know. Food for thought for me. But definitely fun to try out Hero. I thought Hero was pretty decent, especially with all like the two drop enchantments. I guess if I don't run all the glitters, then maybe Hero's just worse. I don't know. Not really sure, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Appreciate support. More decks to come. This deck was fine. I don't know. It wasn't great. Like it definitely just beats up on some things when you have that kind of bust start. There are definitely some good matchups, but there's some glaringly bad matchups. Like I said, like unsummon type matchups or just like heavy removal decks. But even that Esper deck was not even a heavy removal deck. I just kind of misplayed, but who knows? All right. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. Check you guys later.